I'm going to just boop. Hey, everybody. This is 6 p.m. East Coast time. I'm Paulo Garbanzo, Dungeon Master for Nat 21, and this is the Nat 21 Adventures Grand Patreon Saints game. Once a month, our Grand Patreon Saints get together and we play D&D live on the Twitch stream, and you get to watch. We've got an adventure in progress where our players are stuck in the Underdim, which is not as dark as the Underdark, but just as dangerous. They're in the middle of an adventure where they have befriended some fairies of some sort. They've gone on a quest to go and rescue some magical gem that will hopefully help them get back to the prime material plane and their home. Of course, they're having a lot of fun here, so who knows? They might just want to stick around. Now we have Argrax and Pwent, the battle brewer, and right now we're still waiting on one of our other people, so perhaps we might have a different game than what we had originally envisioned. So right now you're looking at, well, you know what the problem is that we have planned for 6 cameras. We only have 4 cameras, so let's show the display names. Boop. There we go. We got Action Cam. We got Pwent. We got Argrax. Welcome to the show. Right now, we're going to just talk about the characters and what's going on. Hopefully, we're going to see what happens to our other player. And hey, if not, we'll just go on without them like every good adventurer should. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Argrax, Pwent, good to see you. How have you been? Excellent. Excellent. I've added some Christmas decorations. I don't know if you could tell. It's my Festivus pole, the skull on top. And
yes. That's when you started last night.
That's right. Well, let's see. So I had a thought. We ended this adventure with all of you about to rescue. There were some fairies in a cage.
We were going to recover the portal gem.
Yes, the gem had.
Ooh. And
oh, you guys don't remember? No. It was a month ago. So
yeah, well,
I know we were looking at the gem. We had found it, but we had to fight to get it. Still,
yes, sir. We had. We had just lost our little blue friend. Maybe we don't know.
Apparently the snow. Oh boy, this is gonna be an interesting adventure. If oh, that's right. Oh, that poor guy. Here we go. Let me get my notes. That'd be good.
I mean, I don't know if you can hear it actually hitting against my window here.
No, I can't actually. That's amazing. I'll say. All right. So, what? Well, let's see. What kind of Dungeons and Dragons talk do we want to do since we're waiting for our third possible final member? Let's see. Stealth Killer. What do you think?
Oh, just so you know, Paolo.
Yes.
If you want to post the picture of Mom holding the moop.
Oh, yes, I do.
She said it's cool.
Oh, fantastic. That's right. Our winner of the moop right here. So, yes, that's grand.
Well, it's her moop. I made sure, I was trying to get it for her.
Faulty auction.
Right. All right. I'm like,
hey, I, in all honesty, did tell Paolo about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a learning thing. Apparently, our website was let's see. Oh, and there's Kitty Chaos. Hi, Kitty Chaos. Let's see. Do I have the picture of it? It was sent to me on Facebook. We're just hanging out right now. If anybody has some, all right. Let's see. I'm gonna check this.
I know I sent it to you on Messenger.
Yes. So many technical things.
And all I know is right now I am waiting for the shot glasses and the 2 new glasses to arrive.
Oh, nice. Yes, they were sent. I believe it.
Yeah, I got the notification from USPS saying that I can track it. So
yay! All right, where is her? There it is. All right.
Keep that.
Mom.
Just gonna hold it up to my camera there. That's someone holding a Moop. That's Moop Prime right there. I wonder if it'll be better if I hold it up to this camera. The action cam. There we go. And pulling out, and there it is. There's Moop Prime. All right. All right. Well, let's see. So for anybody tuning in right now, that's a great pick. All right. So we are still waiting for our, the problem with a live show is sometimes I just actually got a message from a friend of mine who is stuck in Philly on the highway where a truck overturned, and he said 2 inches of snow have fallen on his vehicle in the time he's been stuck in there in the snow. And so
yeah, I literally live right across the bridge. So when Adama was talking about how much they're supposed to get,
yeah.
I'm on that borderline of we could get 5 inches or we could get 3 feet.
Right. We are getting so much rain in Richmond. I'm located in Virginia. I'm at the top of a hill.
You can't call it Richmond. You have to call it Awesome Town.
Awesome. Well, I am in Awesome Town. Awesome Town happens to be Richmond adjacent. If I actually claim this, then we're literally on the border between Chesterfield County and Richmond. And my property is literally like right there on the edge. So there's a little like whoop right around there. That's Awesome Town. 1 acre of land. The funny thing is that while I personally am like, yes, Awesome Town, independent and blah, blah, blah. Well, actually, it's really, it is part of a city. I'm actually a very civic-minded person, which is why I created Magecroft, the libertarian paradise, which is a horrible place to live. So, because it's like, yeah, libertarian cities function like Florence in the 12th century, which is to say very badly and a lot of death. So, yeah, but there we go. I do, while we're here, while we're here, there is some developments. Well, we are looking at doing some live action streaming games when we're all together. Might happen in January. We're looking at possibly the very end of January. My original plan for this show would have been that we would actually have gone to MarsCon, which is a really fun sci-fi gaming convention in Williamsburg, Virginia. It's at the end of January, which is my birthday. And we would have done that weekend, done a bunch of live events at MarsCon, and then we would have started the new season right after that. Of course, MarsCon isn't happening, but what we're going to do is we're going to go when MarsCon would have happened. We're going to start right after that. Now, again, we have a ton of new material that we're going to be putting out all month long in January. Of course, we have the Monster of the Month, the Map of the Month. We've got Dungeon Master Discourses. We've got new shows that we have a couple of one-shots. We're going to start the first one, which is a Goblin Caper. My good friend, Robert Turk, he's coming out with a game called Goblonia, which is fantastic and fun. We're going to play it. I think Kitty Chaos has play tested some of it as well. We're going to play it and we're going to stream that. It's going to be pre-recorded, but it is a Christmas escapade. So we are going to go and play that while we and show it to you guys during the Christmas winter holidays, so that you guys get something fresh and new every week at that 8 p.m. time slot that we're gonna hold on to it and then start back up with a brand new season of Nat 21 Adventures. So really don't go anywhere. All right. Well,
I think one shot TMNT that would be fun.
All right. Well, we are.
I agree. That could be fun. And you know what's funny? He keeps talking about MarsCon.
Mhm.
And I know this is not the first time you've mentioned MarsCon throughout the Nat 21. I have for several years, because it's only a 6-hour trip for me.
Mhm.
And I'll do day trips of a 12-hour drive. I don't care. As long as I got coffee or Monster, I'm good to go.
There you go.
I have just never been able, because of the way time off works for the
Sure.
department I'm in with my company, to be able to do it, because other people have taken the time off and I can't do it.
Yeah.
But I've wanted to go for at least 6 years.
It's been a lot of fun. I started going there probably 5 years ago. And I got Kitty Chaos there one year. We did this was last year. We did a hilarious Glow Club juggling routine, which turned into a Star Wars routine with lightsabers. And it was fantastic. And tons of fun. So that was like, oh, that's our big launching point. Oh well. Well, we're at 15 minutes, everybody. So we could have this adventure with just our 2 players, or we can schedule this for later and just have a D&D chat. Do you guys want to vote silently in the private chat or something, or up to you?
I'll be honest, I'm good either way.
All right. How about you, Argrax? I guess that's a yes, he was getting a ton of snow where he was, so he was kind of worried that he might disappear. Ruh-roh.
On internet work.
Oh, I can hear you. There you are. Can you hear us? Almost, maybe. That's the desperate face of maybe.
The end with.
He's a little laggy, but
So while this is going on, I got a question for you, Paulo.
sure.
What fairs has Madame Onsa worked at?
Well, let's see. She's worked at the Tennessee Fair, the Asheville Fair, and the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair a long time ago. But really, her skills, she started teaching belly dance a long time ago, and was kind of a, I hate to say, she's kind of a big name in the belly dance world. But she was making most of her money teaching classes in the belly dance universe, where they have belly dance conventions, just like they have gaming conventions and that sort of thing. And a lot of belly dancers from all over the world would pay some good money to actually learn from her. And I have to say, the thing is that I don't know who quoted this, but I was like, you're like, I'd like to take credit for it, but I can't remember exactly. I think she might have just called herself the Lucille Ball of belly dance, but she totally is. And a lot of belly dancers don't have that theatrical. They Don't get me wrong. They have a theatrical background for like what they're doing show wise. Like a ballet dancer has theatrical skill to present themselves in a great form and great shape and movement. But not a lot of belly dancers are willing to talk or move out of that form to be able to like have fun with their audience in that regard. And so I'm going to take out the action cam for now. And
I'm starting to think that this is just going to be a conversation between you and me. And
we're going to see.
Tommy, when he can stay in.
Is Tommy there?
No, the reason I was asking, Paul, is because she, from the beginning of the first time I saw her face, she looked familiar. And I took like time off because a friend of mine that I used to have season passes with up until 2006 passed away. From 2006 to 2016, I just couldn't bring myself to go to Parth or any Ren Fair. But we were going like pretty much every weekend from 1996 to 2006.
She would have been there with a dance troupe for one season, I think. And that's so maybe somewhere around there. It was a while back. And was it before we were? Oh, you know what? I can't even remember if it was before we were dating or right at that point we were dating. So yeah, it would have been a while back. So 10 years ago or thereabouts. So all right. Argrax, it looks like you can hear us. You're a little behind it's a little jumpy. All right. Let's see. Well, we're gonna try
closing down tabs and windows, trying to clear out bandwidth.
Maybe shut everything down and come back in a sec if you can hear that. I'll take you out of the screen for now, but look at all the beautiful people we're supposed to have. So we'll see what happens. He's gonna reset his computer and see what happens. So well, maybe we'll get Kitty Chaos in here.
Yeah, it would be cool to have a conversation with her.
Yeah, at the very least, Kitty, you can come on in and chat with us. We'll see what happens. And So
I know, we've kind of chatted about it through Twitch and stuff like that, but I know we can both kind of age ourselves here. Because I started playing with my cousin who is 6 years older than me.
All right.
At like 7 years old. Because he wanted to DM and couldn't find anybody to be a guinea pig. And so I've been playing. Well, we're not going to say how long I've been playing. We'll just say it's been a very long time.
Yeah. Oh, I will tell you exactly when I started. I started with the red box, basic Dungeons and Dragons, and I was 8 years old.
I'll just say I started playing at 7 years old in 1980.
Yeah. Well, let's see. It would have been 81. Yeah, 80 or 81. And it was the red box, basic set. Elf was a class.
Yep.
Dwarf was a class.
Human was a class.
Yeah. I remember, and this is that whole thing where it was because of Lord of the Rings. Like the game. The
Gary Gygax and I can't remember his name now. Dang it. But they both came out for years saying, look, all we did was steal. We stole an idea, we changed it to our concept, but the dwarf was basically his vision of the dwarven cleric.
Right.
But dwarf was a class. Elf was everything was a class because he just stole ideas. Sure. And with his partner, they wrote it to be, this is how we can play it.
Yeah, and I mean, it was basically like they were from what I've heard, it's basically like they basically were like the Battle of the Five Armies. We want to make that playable because they were big war gamers, and then they were like, but also the Lord of the Rings, where it's like the Fellowship of the Ring. Let's do the Fellowship of the Ring. So they wanted to play out the Fellowship of the Ring, ending in that giant battle. And and that's that's pretty much what they did. So you're like, well, all elves are the same.
All dwarves are the same. All
because during the Battle of Helm's Deep, all dwarves are the same. All elves are the same. So all right. Let's see. We've got Tommy again. Argrax.
Yes, this time on the phone on StreamYard. That way, that's not on the computer.
All right. Oops. Check. Well, seeing as we are down 2 players, perhaps we are gonna, and we have no idea. One is missing in action, absolutely. The other one has mentioned they can't make it today, but we're gonna check your. If you got good signal, we might just go ahead with this adventure. So.
I'm good, and if something happens to my computer connection, I just run downstairs and get my phone.
Exactly. So, well, let's remember where we left off. We left off, if I have my notes correct, which of course,
somehow miraculously defeating 6 purple giants.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was honestly one of the best fights I've seen in a while.
And 2 of them got killed by their own because I scared the hell out of everyone at the top with a Nat 21 dragon roar that echoed through the caves.
Exactly. And right, and then you guys got to the top where it's like my notes are over there. I hate to leave my seat. But
I'm all getting ready. Oh crap, my notes are all the way over there.
That's right. Oh, I have my other notes. I don't have all of my notes apparently. Keep them all in one book. Keep them all in one book. That's the. They get tossed anyway. Let's
Especially
see.
When you give.
What level is everybody? Everybody's 4th, right?
No.
3rd.
Yeah, we're 3rd.
3rd, about to be 4th.
No.
No, I'm up ahead of Point. I'm at 4. He should be just behind. He should be like 100 points or something like that.
That's true. All right.
Actually, I don't know what we got from last week.
This is something to talk about while Kitty brings in a character and plays with us tonight.
I was going to say, like, maybe a paladin is roaming about.
But, like, we used to play 1st edition, we would play that you get the XP to get to next level. You could have tons of XP, but you also then had to train for your next level.
And the same way in 2nd.
Yeah, and we don't really do that. You just go boop, just like a video game.
It's been that way. When Wizards took over, due to all the financial issues that TSR had, because of a bookstore that is no longer in existence, because Walden Books did TSR dirty.
Oh.
They sat on like 170,000 copies of books and then just never sold them and returned them.
Wow.
So it put them in so much debt that they were doing everything they could. And Gary Gygax and the rest of the company just we can't do this anymore. You know what? Wizards, if you want to bail us out, just take it.
Yeah, and Wizards of the Coast had millions of dollars because they made a paper product.
Yeah, because of MOTG.
Yep. Oh, man.
And they went and said, you know what? Our core audience is who we're going to do our survey questions on to see how we could improve. And, let's be honest, a lot of the Magic the Gathering people were video gamers.
Yeah.
You instant level. You didn't have to worry about training.
Right. My thing is that this is where I made all my players spend all their money. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Kitty, if you want to bring that 3rd level ranger in, you bring it in.
All right, let's see. I just finally was able to get my character sheet to load up so I can see what my XP is at. Because I know I haven't quite fully gotten everything updated. I gotta add in those items that I looted off of the things before Aguilar dragged us into this whole realm. So I gotta add those gold plates to my inventory and my
all I know is I've
magic
got
lamp.
those copper rings that Mako gave me.
Mm-hmm.
The intertwined rings.
Oh yeah. All right. Man. So still no Frank. That's amazing. All right. Well.
Yeah, I don't think he's posted anything in Messenger either, has he?
No, he has not. Sorry for the delay in the adventure, everyone, but we will get there. If Kitty's gonna join us, then let's throw down, I say.
I'm all for it.
So here's what I was gonna do. As soon as Josh said he couldn't make it, I was like, okay, so here's what happens. We do a thing where you know, you guys are gonna get sent back to your home dimension, and like the diamond, the gem goes off, the magic happens, pew pew, and it just teleports Alcibiades away, and then brings in Aguilar, and
but we still haven't found Aguilar.
And then you guys would be like, wait, what happened? And then Aguilar was like, I was home. And it like switches the two of them out. But I guess we can't do that. So
all right, so Paul, it looks like I'm at 1275, but I don't think we've added anything in from our Giants battle, so that's from the episode before.
Right.
So, but that's where I'm at. I think, and I know if I go back to the chat, and I will be able to see how far exactly. I think he's only like 100 points or something behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 100. Yeah, like 100 or 200 points behind us. I think actually he had just got enough to hit 3.
Yeah.
Off of that last one, because I think that was like the last thing that you had said was it was enough for him to get to 3. That way he could get his level 3 character upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm looking at. I'm actually like 200 behind you if you're at 1275 because I'm at 1075.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And that should be right because I know I came in 200 behind you guys.
Yeah, because we had our bonus XP from Ned's Potion Emporium.
Yep.
Which that was such a good time.
Ermagerd. That battle, I have to say, again, that battle was hilarious.
Yeah, that definitely needs to go onto the highlight reel.
Right. That would be handy, wouldn't it, Kitty? All right. Hold tight, everybody.
And close that out. We'll need to get back to update those things later.
And again, it may not be mine, but it is me.
While I jump onto this computer, talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, good. All right, so I got that working. All the new bots have been reset, so we're good for if we get any 1s and 21s.
Why are you so slow right now?
Probably the weather affecting bandwidth throughout areas.
Well, it depends on which ISP it is.
I think everything should be running good for me now, at least because I was having problems when I was trying to get Twitch up so I could get into the mod panel. So with my computer running Twitch, because Twitch runs a lot of data, even just on the phone.
Yeah.
Saying between Twitch and then having a StreamYard open at the same time with the weather and whatnot, it was not working. So having the StreamYard split to the phone, that should free my computer up for stuffs. Because I still have a bonus saved as a birthday gift from Mab.
Aha. Yo.
I love the banner.
The banner.
Kitty Chaos or like whoever she is.
Because he yelled at me for having Zazizel on there when I was playing Echo, and then he accidentally called me Zazizel.
Right. And I was totally prepared to say Echo, and I looked down and I saw it on your thing, and I was like, I must be wrong in the wrong place. So Zazizel, I'll just say Zazizel. So there it is. All right. Well, everybody, let's get some action going. Let's see. Oh,
it says she's on here.
That's very nice.
Chaos.
I mean,
Kitty Chaos. It's Theo Agimup.
Who is Theo Agimup?
You wanted to know the name.
Oh, yeah! That's a good name!
Oh.
and Augie is in reference to OG, because, I was always calling it OG Moop.
Yeah.
So she named him Theo Augie Moop.
That's a good name.
What is this ranger you have, Kitty Chaos?
Oh, yes. Okay, so this is Damian Grundlesmith.
Okay.
And he's a human.
Okay.
And I haven't looked at this character sheet in a while, so we're all gonna find out together more about it.
So in other words, again, I'm the only one who can see clearly right now.
Boop. All right.
No, because I have that gold magic lamp that gets me the vision, since Dragonborns can't see in the dark, and everyone always forgets that.
Right.
Well, neither can a human.
Especially with Christine. All right. Back over to this screen because I need to actually see the character page now.
So I am loaded for bear with my 9 Nat 21 die.
I only have 6.
All right.
Well, all my other stuff is up to date on the sheet.
So let's see. Well, while we set up, I'm gonna get some miniatures.
So he's got brown hair, and it's really cool. Do you guys remember?
Wait, what color are his eyes?
Brown too.
No, sorry.
It's fine. And he's real skinny and wiry and weird, and kind of dirty, but in a cool way.
Oh, grunge.
Yeah. You remember how cool Hawkeye looked with his sweet haircut when he was losing his mind in Endgame?
Oh, when he was playing Ronin?
Yeah. That haircut.
I can't wait for the spin-off series.
Kitty, or whoever she is.
Do you want me to change it? I don't know if I can anymore.
Actually.
How do I change it while we're in here?
You can those three little dots, or actually, if you click on your name, should change it. All right. So, you, Kitty Chaos, have been traveling through the Underdim, which is not as deadly, not as dark as the Underdark, but it is dim. It is some sort of subterranean caverns that are only vaguely dark, usually covered in mist. It's like being in a cave with weird mood lighting. and it is dim. The underdim. It's also kind of wet. I'll just glowing objects everywhere. It's pretty cool. So you have been wandering around a little lost. You found an ancient, what you think is a temple, and you've been exploring it a little bit, trying to find some stuff, some cool things, but you found out that there were some rather big monsters. You do think that there is a spoiler alert. There is a beholder that lives in this temple. You have only heard what you think is a beholder. You have never actually seen it. But you wandered around. It's a complex, and there are some treasures here and there. A lot of it's been picked over, of course, but you were like, I'm out of here. This is too weird and not enough treasure. You made your way around through the edge of the underdim that you were wandering around in, and have made it across a creaky old bridge, which I might still have the picture of in my files.
I just I've noticed something on this character sheet here that might be important to mention.
Yes.
I also have a familiar.
Oh yes.
I have a wolf, and his name is Arturo.
Oh, all right. Well, let me get some more miniatures.
Sorry.
What color is he?
Black.
No, he's this color.
Oh, gray, silver, pewter.
Pewter. He's pewter colored, but with some what?
He's deep silver.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's the one.
Is that a silver fox?
Hey, the wolf, a silver wolf. Yeah. All right. So notes. So you made it out of there. You crossed a creepy bridge. Woo.
Hey, I remember that bridge. That's the bridge we didn't take.
Yeah, that's the bridge we decided I was going to be, the tumble dwarf.
Yeah, and the nice. Then the sorry, I was just giving advantage to Argrax for that pun. Nice, that was a little bit ago, but you cross it using your ranger skills. That's skills with a Z. And halfway across, you hear the sounds of battle. You try to get across as fast as you can, but by the time you do, a squad of adventurers has made short work, apparently, of some extremely formidable foes, and they lay dead and dying around the, I would say town square, but that's not really accurate now, is it? What is going on with my camera? There we go. I'm just seeing some weird stuff going on. Camera. There it is. Okay. All right. And there they are. Right. So now how are we going to get rid of the other player, though?
Well, he's been rather beat up.
I mean, he is a Horizon Walker.
Oh, the Planeswalker. It's true. Standing too close to that temple, he might have just gotten that little shrine. It hits him and blip, he's gone. The wolf could eat him. Yeah, but we need to get him back next time. So, you make it across the bridge. You guys are actually fairly close to that bridge. And yeah, there you go.
Wait, I just realized something. To go back to our conversation, Paulo, I do have the Uberhawk driver.
Nah! Oh my god.
Oh, Tor, he's such a babe. Oh wait, I'm not Echo.
I love that the one character that was supposed to be like, oh no, I'm the one who mesmerizes everyone else. And then you're like,
no, what's mesmerizing is that new clip that I got posted onto Facebook that everyone's starting to like.
You're such a pretty princess.
I'm a princess.
And I will continue to be a princess until my dying day, which happened to be 12 minutes later. Somebody dropped the elbow on her. It was beautiful. So, yes. That's right.
I love having toys all around me because then I just get to bring them in randomly.
Yes.
I have another question. We're outside now. I'm not in an under thing.
Technically, the underdim is cavernous.
Okay.
But it kind of has this dull glow that you can just kind of see things with, but there is a fog that is ever present. So you really can't see more than 30 or 40 feet at a time.
Okay. What is the state, the phase of the moon at the moment?
There is no moon. You're in the underdim.
But the moon still exists.
It does exist. But you're not actually in the prime material plane either.
Oh, okay. Then it's probably fine.
Are you a werewolf?
We're not in Earth anymore.
Well, you'll never see a full moon from this place because
it probably won't come up. I think we're good.
You're supposed to be a wolf familiar, not anyway.
Look, weird things happened on this adventure.
Apparently. Well, you see, actually, there's a dwarf, and there is a dragonborn. The two kinds of people that you do recognize. Everybody else here has been very strange and off-worldly. So, you do come up on them as they are finishing off. They have a friend of theirs who is slightly injured, and but there's a few dead bodies around. Oh yeah,
I think at their ending point, we were huddled around. What was our
Tommy
name?
Tommy, right? Tommy.
I think it was Tommy. Yeah.
Oh, I know it's Patami. Yeah.
I'm gonna draw my bow and just not aim it, but I've got it ready because I don't know what's going on here.
As you should.
Oh, great. Damien shot first.
Oh, sorry.
It's a longbow. Yeah, it's a longbow.
Tumph is his name.
Yeah.
Yes. Poor little Tumph was squashed flat by one of these crazy giants. So around you, Damien, are several dead, purple-skinned, I'd say malformed giants. They have noses where their elbows are supposed to be, and a couple of extra eyeballs here and there, like one's on a shoulder blade, one's over here somewhere. And they have like extra ears, and it just seems like somebody took a bunch of bodies maybe and then just put them in a microwave and then a sausage maker and then and there you go.
They're the Mr. Potato Heads of the giants.
Kind of. Yeah. And around you is a small, I guess, kind of like a village of them, with some crudely made stone houses is a strange word, but sure, let's call them houses. And Ranger, using your amazing skills, your major ranger skills, you do hear some cries of perhaps tiny little voices crying out for help. on the far side. Of course, it's so foggy that even here, you can't really see more than 40 feet. So somewhere there's cries from several small creatures yelling for help.
Okay. Ahoy, gentlemen.
Greetings. Where did you come from?
This creepy bridge area. I mean, that's not very descriptive. Everything is creepy around here. Are you creepy though? That's where I want to get to. Like, I don't have to shoot you guys, right?
No, we're kind of figuring out where we are ourselves. Like just yesterday, we were, adventuring in Earth on, the islands that rise up, outside of Magecroft, and then poof, whirlpool, bango zango. Here we are in this, Underdim.
Yeah.
So we're helping out these little blue fairies, so we can get ourselves a means and a way back home.
Okay. Yeah, that's sounds like a plan. What are those things?
Where?
Did you do this? This gross mess?
We knocked them on their arses.
Yes. We took care of them.
Damien, the dwarf, is a cleric of Jawzus, clearly noted by all of his regalia, holy symbol, mace with shark teeth on it, and shield that has a Jawzus symbol on it. So unless he's disguised as a priest of Jawzus, he is a priest of Jawzus.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really trust everything that I see here, but I would rather trust you guys than get eaten by a purple potato head giant.
I did most people with that.
Do you hear that, by the way?
Help me! Help!
Oh, yes, those are our companion that is now the little blue puddle of goo, I guess, was Tomp. He was navigating us. He from the village. Apparently, these giants have captured them, and we're trying to rescue them, get them back to their village, as well as reclaim this gem that was taken. That will open the portal for us to go back to Magecroft and to the real world.
I would love to join you in that endeavor.
Well, welcome aboard, because these interdimensional travels have caused havoc on our group.
Yeah.
We used to be 4 people. Now it's just the 2 of us.
I was going to say group is a funny word for you and your compatriot here, but I get it now.
Duo.
And while that goes on, Brent does his normal thing, reaches in, grabs a bottle, pops it open, and starts drinking one of his battle brews.
Very well. I do believe that actually Tomf was not dead completely. He did get squished pretty hardcore. I think he was at like -2, and I believe somebody was able to heal him. Oh, that's right, because he got saved the same round. So he was like way down, and then Twent, I believe you healed him, didn't you? Yeah. So it was like if it didn't happen that same round, he was gonna die, but it actually happened the same exact round. And I believe he was saved. He is still looking a little flat, but Tomf, the little blue fairy with his little tiny spear, was very helpful, but looking a little flat.
Is he okay?
I mean, he's at like 2 hit points. He's kind of like, whew.
He's looking a lot like a miniature version of Ayala.
Yeah, pretty much.
I could heal him.
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay. So I'll do a cure wounds on him.
All right, great. He'll take it. So he's about 12 inches tall with big, pretty wings. He's completely blue and has a very, very Stone Age type spear.
And he glows.
And he glows.
I have no idea what my spell modifier is.
Make it up.
You heard him. He said, make it up.
Well, I'm going to base it in some reality.
Yeah. Yes, please.
So what's your wisdom?
It's probably
wisdom
at third level with a ranger, it's probably like a 3.
Yeah, so I've got +3 on my wisdom. Mm-hmm. Would I add anything else?
Nope, just your +3.
Okay, cool. So he gets 10 points.
Oh, dang. All right. That's enough to at least make him feel pretty good about his being alive and not being mostly dead. All right. He's like, oh, man. Okay. I think most of my bones are in there where they're supposed to be. Hey, do you hear that yelling? Those are my buddies. Can we get them out of whatever cage these people have put them in? That'd be really handy, I think.
Yes, we just wanted to make sure you were okay, Tom. You were quite marvelous in that battle.
Was I?
Oh, yes. You charged head first right into them.
I did. It was kind of fun, actually.
Hi, little blue butler of anger.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to do it again, but it was really fun.
He's the Melvin of the Underdim.
Yes.
You gotta have a Melvin somewhere.
So this is a fairy, right? And he's just like helping and stuff.
No. They live on the other side of the river, and these creatures had beat them up, taken their magic gem, and used it for their own purposes, which is strange. Yes. But
it's like you take, Smurfs and trolls and mash them together, the giants are like Gargamel and the trolls and all that,
Everybody's gotta have a bad guy.
Yeah. I'm just not used to dealing with fairies in such an amicable way. Normally they're little shits.
Not to say that he's not a little shit. So, yeah. Oh, and by the way, this is only streaming to Twitch. So there's no like Facebook language barrier that we have
burgers. That's all. I just had to get it out.
There you go. All right. So Tom is like, it's probably over there. I can hear them. They're like, let's go.
All right. Go. Lead the way, Tom. We got your back. We will get your buddies out of there.
All right. Little blue dot flies forward, and you chase after him a little bit. Around the corner, around some other, again, Stone Age implements around here, because apparently they don't really have too much other stuff. Who knows? Is a cage made of stones that they basically put a bunch of stones together in a shape that was too small for fairies to squeeze out of, apparently. And which also is really hard to get air into, apparently. But there they are with their little fingers through the slats of the stones, screaming to be let out. Now, apparently they don't have enough strength, but as any human-sized creature could probably just pull that stone with some leverage fairly easily. Those giants probably could have just flipped the stones away with their bare hands. So you're like, huh. Yeah. Seems to be fairly easy. And Tom comes over there with his spear and kind of pokes it. With little effect.
You said it was what, made of stone?
Mm-hmm.
I will go over and I will use my trident because I have my own Sahaugen trident.
Mm-hmm.
I have a trident too.
I looted a trident from the Sahaugen before you guys met them. And I will use my trident and I will pry away the rocks and free the little blue peoples.
All right. Clink. The slab of stone comes away with no problem, using leverage and science. And they burst out of the cage. There must be at least 24. And they're like, ah! And they see Tomf, and they're like, Tomf! And they hug him, fly around in midair, jubilant. And a couple of them see you, and then at first they're like, ah! And they're like, you're not those giants. So, I mean, you're giants. You're not those giants. So, they're like, thank you, I guess. Did you help? Who are you?
We came over here to rescue you and to help Tomp save you guys from the giants.
Well, then, thank you very much, one of them says, and they kind of start trying to give you high fives and fly around. Like, how can
you stop trying to eat the fairies? Sorry. Those are not. No, stop it. Oh, down. Okay, he's fine.
All right. Well, there you are in the middle of this, like, say, village of some sort. Apparently, you have actually killed all the giants that are here and freed the little fairies. What are you gonna do?
Well, we need to recover the gemstone. Can we? Is it nearby? Can we see its glow through the dim or whatever?
Earlier, you did see it. I believe actually one of you did see it. I think the person who was not here saw it. And it was in the they have a little shrine off to the side. Maybe that's what happened to him. Oh no. Alcibiades might have touched the gem. Poof.
Damn cats.
Teleported to some random dimension. Who knows? So, you guys, with Tom's like, oh, yeah, they have a little shrine. It's over here. It looks just like the one that they knocked down that we had, except theirs didn't have a gem until they stole ours, knocked down our shrine. Oh, bastards. So, he flies over there. You guys follow him over there, and it is a small stone shrine it's got a huge chunk of stone as a dome, and it is, the amazing thing is that it is a solid piece of stone. This is just it is about 15 feet in diameter, and then there are these gigantic blocks holding up this chunk of stone all around it in a vague octagon circle. Each pillar is made of square stone, and so there's 8 of them. And in the very center, a stone plinth with a very large diamond, or very large emerald. It is green, just right there in the center, and shining, glowing green. There are carvings on the plinth, and there it is. Stone floor, stone columns, and a stone dome.
Are the runes recognizable?
Well, what do you have to recognize them with?
I can read all writing. I bind to the Rune Keeper.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's one of my Eldritch invocations.
That's right. I was like, I knew somebody had some skills here. Well, they are magic incantations. Each one, like each column of runes, is a different spell. Now, you are not entirely sure how to pronounce each rune, but you can identify that these are different spells down the side. You're pretty sure one of them says laser blaster.
And there's no one around?
Just the fairies.
So they stole this thing from you and then put it in this shrine. They're not here to guard it or anything.
No, we have a shrine just like it. But there's only one power gem, and they knocked ours down and took the gem to power theirs.
I just find it suspicious that there's nobody here trying to stop us from taking it. It makes me wonder what kind of crazy traps there are around this thing.
Well, they did just kill all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, things. We obliterated 6 giants.
Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Since this plinth and whatnot is intact and whatnot, can I use identify to try to understand the workings of it? That way, when we fix the other one, we'll already know what to do when we put the gem in.
You can try. You're going to need an Arcana check.
Yeah, because that's I can cast that as a ritual.
Yes. You'll still need to actually make an Arcana check.
Okay, so red die number 1.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to look at the shrine itself, using my dwarven knowledge of stonework to see if there's a way that we can knock this thing down and not set the traps off.
Ah.
Kind of like what the giants did to the other one.
Right. They probably just pushed it over. But you are impressed with that dome being a solid chunk of rock. It must weigh, 70 tons at least. It is a giant, and it's one piece of crudely carved rock. As if, like a tiny Stonehenge, but with a dome top. All right. Argrax, what did you roll?
I got a 19.
What you can get out of it is one of them is a healing spell. And that is all you can understand. But Tom says, Our Lady, who actually is the leader of our village, she can read the runes and cast the spells. He does go, well, I guess, Quinn, you haven't actually said out loud that you're planning on knocking it down, so he wouldn't say anything about not knocking it down. So he's like, well, it's just like ours. It is exactly like ours. It's very strange.
So I don't know if you saw Argrax, but you got a +5.
Oh.
So your 19 becomes a 24.
Ooh. Well.
Okay.
There is also a teleport spell that you can see. One of these lines is that's what you can get. So a healing spell and a teleportation spell.
Now, do we see if that teleportation spell may have been triggered recently?
Give me another Arcana check.
C16. That'd be an 18.
Yes. Yes, it has. You can still sense the tingling magic of perhaps a teleportation spell of some sort being used. And let's see, Stealth Killer, can you use the crit to have Argrax be able to learn? Yes, you can give him a nat 21 on that Arcana check that he used when he used Identify, and I will retcon that. So as you've learned, you're like, this one has got to be a heal spell. This one's a teleportation spell. But as you continue to look around the base of the plinth and you start to identify certain runes, these 4 here also match with these 4. This seems to be a greater teleportation. And this is not just teleportation. This is planar shift. You're like, So there are different ones that now you will still need somebody to actually read these runes. But Tom has said that Silsey, who's the leader of their group, does read these runes and does cast these magical spells.
So can we get Silsey over here, or do we need to take this and bring it to her?
She's back in the fairy village.
Yes, we're going to take this stone back to the fairy village, put back together their one of these, and then they're good to go, which we can probably go ahead and, maybe Point can destroy this one. That way there's nothing for the stone to be stolen to put back into.
Okay, I want to start looking around on the ground for a rock that's about the same size as the gem.
Okay. It doesn't take you long.
Dr. Jones.
Look, just to be safe. You never know. Can't hurt.
You need a bag of sand.
That's right.
I think a rock.
Because gold and sand. I think we had this discussion.
Yes, we have.
A piece of gold the size of your fist is gonna weigh.
It was extra heavy sand. Maybe it was gold sand.
It was a bag of gold dust, is what it was.
Yeah.
I suppose that a carving of gold would actually render more value than a bag of gold dust. This is only assumption, but the trade-off would only maybe be a few $100, maybe. I mean, I guess depends on what the carving is, clearly. So,
well, I have a lot of confidence in this because that's a rock and this is a rock.
What is the atomic weight of granite versus the atomic weight of a crystalline structure that is what is it? I guess it's quartz with some, right? Because as dungeon masters have to know everything. Emerald is
know everything.
Just quartz with, I believe it is copper inside of it. Yes, which gives it its green because it's oxidized copper. Thank you. I could be entirely wrong, but maybe I dropped it. I'm not sure.
Dungeons and geology.
That's right. I mean, we could go through the whole list. Rubies are quartz with iron oxide in them. Anyway, we don't have time for this. All right, so you find a rock of vaguely. Now, here's the thing: as you get up there and you're looking at it, you do realize that this quartz rock, which is like a stretched out 8-sided die, is actually sitting in a little 4-pointed, hole, like little negative pyramid, so that it sits upright in that little spot. So you could put a rock kind of in there, but it has to have at least one pointy end to at least sit in that thing properly. Otherwise, it's just kind of sitting there. What would you like to do?
I'm waiting for you guys to make your move. This is just backup plan. I don't know. This isn't my kind of magic, so I was kind of like taking a back seat on this one.
Yeah. I say we just take that gem out, because if the pillars are the same, nothing doesn't look like anything really happened at the other one when the giants took the gem. So we just go ahead and we'll pull that bad boy out.
All right. That would be you pulling it out, Argonax?
Yeah, because I don't believe Point can reach it.
Oh. Yeah, not when you're holding him straight armed away from it. Sure, yeah.
Do you want to do the rock switcheroo thing? I just try to give it to him.
I don't think we're gonna need that.
Here, take this rock.
It's an option. There it is. right, back up, Arturo. Get out of here. Just go back away.
You pick up the gem and you hear a distinct sound as if someone has turned off the tractor beam. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, now.
You're not dead.
Maybe just de-energizing the shrine. Well, I guess we'd go ahead and bring this back then.
And all the fairies are like, yay! They're like, we are going to come with you, though. Because, yeah. So the 24 fairies plus Tomp. They're like, oh, I guess you guys are going to have to go down the thing or back up the wall or...
Yeah, how sturdy was that bridge when you came across it?
Oh, it was hella unsturdy. But as a ranger, she was able to actually use a little bit of acrobatics. And yeah, you definitely had to use some acrobatics to make sure you got across. The dog actually was like hopping around on it. Fortunately, the wolf does not weigh that much, so...
Here's an interesting question.
Yeah.
How much can a single fairy lift? And what is that weight then multiplied out by the 25 that are there? Can they pick us up and fly us across?
No. Maybe if they made a net, I think maybe 25 of them might be able to lift the dog, I think.
Huh.
They made a net.
Do you have any mending skills there, Ranger?
I got some rope. But I don't think it's gonna make all of us be able to. What are we trying to cross again?
We've got to get back
creepy
across that
bridge.
creepy old bridge.
Oh, you guys are scared of that bridge?
I am a dragonborn, and this is a stony dwarf. That bridge will not hold us.
I see. Okay. Well,
we had to scale down and then back up while fighting giants and wounded and not being able to see.
Glad I missed that.
Oh, it was glorious.
It was much fun.
I think they'll be telling stories about that in Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Just ask those that got hit with the dwarf bowling ball.
Yes, they did scale the chasm that this bridge crosses. Found a spot where the very large giants had handholds that were perfect for their size, but not so perfect for anything smaller. Even human-sized would have some difficulty, not a terrible difficulty, but definitely a couple of athletic checks. And a smaller person, perhaps of the halfling and or dwarf persuasion, would have to make a few more athletic checks because there's just fewer handholds that they can reach.
How long is the bridge?
It's about 80 feet.
80. So I don't know, maybe you don't like this idea, but I'm going to throw it out there. If one of us also has some rope, then I could go across and tie the rope so that you could sort of like lean on the bridge a little bit, but have the rope there for safety. Or you think the bridge is going to just drop right out from underneath you no matter what?
If I remember correctly from the last game, all of our rope is down that way because somebody snapped it.
Dang, I only have 50 feet.
Which is why I became the bowling ball that was hitting giants.
And to answer Stealth Killer's question, Argrax, knows how to do it, but he has to have somebody actually read the runes, which if somebody does read those runes, he will then have the knowledge of how to pronounce those runes. But he can read them. He needs to be able to say them out loud, though.
Yes, I can comprehend written languages. That does not do anything about spoken. So once I know how it's spoken, bingo, bango, new spell.
Mm-hmm. Sort of.
I have a pouch that's made out of an armpit.
You what?
It's this little pouch, and like it's the leather that's used to make it.
You know what? I never mind. This one does not.
I went to a weird party before this.
Is it like a reverse? Like that's the inside of the thing?
I'm not sure. Like once you remove the piece of skin that is an armpit, you can fold it however you want.
I guess it goes either direction.
I didn't make it. I found it somewhere and thought it was weird, so I kept it. You don't want to know about the rest of the stuff I have. I got invited to this really crazy dinner party and some strange stuff happened on the way. Anyway.
All right. Well, what are you gonna do? Oh, shoot. If it wasn't so foggy, you know, there might be some rope around this town, this village.
Hey, little fairy friends, can you see if we can find any rope nearby that we can use to get back across? There are many of you, and you can fly.
Yeah. They go out, disappear into the fog. A few moments later, they come back, all of them dragging this long vines that are made into a very crude but pretty thick rope, assumingly good enough for giants to hang from. So,
wonderful. That will work. We can now go and return home.
All right. So you tie that rope to, I don't know, the shrine, maybe? That's made of stone. It's got a little...
I don't think it's going to move.
It ain't going anywhere.
We're not big enough to knock the thing over, so, I don't think it's going anywhere.
True that. All right, so you get down that side. Oh, well, the fairies can bring the rope up the other side and then tie it on something. I'm going to just make a little roll for some fairy knot tying skills. Because they're not that good.
I have to make like a backpack or something for my wolf.
Okay, so who is the first person who goes up?
It's always me. The bowling ball. Who else?
Right. Well, fortunately, because it was a nat 1, you didn't even get 10 feet before you're like, you guys sure this is, are you really sure? And they're like, oh yeah, we tied a really great knot. It's great. You're like, really? All right. And you literally got maybe 6 feet before it just lets go. Tell you what, just roll a d20. Just don't roll a 1.
16.
All right. So you were kind of prepared because you had little to no faith in their knot tying ability, and you're like, I'm ready to fall at any moment here. And you got less than 6 feet before just the rope. You're like, did they just leave it on the ground? Probably. So they're like, oh, we'll do better this time. And a knot, like a KNOT. Oh, I thought you said tie it not to the rock. Oh,
yeah. This time I'm going to climb up because with my size, I can actually, make these grips work.
Yes.
And I'm going to make sure that it is properly secured.
Very well. They actually did a very fine job of tying a knot this time. You get up the other side with little to no problem. How is the wolf going, like tied to the rope, and then you like pull the rope up? And
so I have this
dog harness.
stinky ghoul skin leather cloak. This character was for Curse of Strahd, guys.
I was like, who are these people you played with? I want to play with them.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
I thought I was weird.
So I want to, like, when moms tie their babies onto their back in a little papoose kind of thing, yeah. I want to use the cloak to kind of tie him onto me like that.
I'm going to let that happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a wolf burrito?
Yeah.
Wolf burrito in some
little baby wolf burrito.
This is like the opposite of the burrito we had in the last game.
Except there's no sour cream.
Zombie on the inside, blanket on the outside. This time you got ghoul on the outside, wolf on the inside. I figure we open a restaurant.
You got the reverse Aquaman. Now there's the reverse burrito.
That's right. Thank you, guy. Oh. It's just a different gem. All right. So there may
we do have to do it. Roadside cafe. You kill them, we grill them.
Yeah. you don't even have to kill them all the way because it's undead. Hey. All right. You make it to the other side. You then traipse your way back to the fairy Pixie Town. What is written, scrawled in my notes. Pixie Town. You go across the Underdim. There are glowing mushrooms. There are ferns that clearly need a lot of sunlight to live because they're like, their leaves are huge, broad leaves to try to absorb as much of this dim light that they possibly can in order to grow. There are vines. There is a lot of moss, a lot of lichen covering every surface because of just how wet it is around here. It's as if the moisture has nowhere to go, like you're in a big giant cave. And it's Pixie Town anywhere near Round Pass. Galactically, no. Perhaps. But all right. So you make it around to Pixie Town. Won't you take me down to Pixie Town?
Thanks. As you were starting to say that, I had already had the song in my head.
That's right. You do notice, Damien, that there is a shrine that is just like that one on the other side, except this one is slightly torn down. 3 out of 5 of the pillars have been knocked over, and the dome is partially down, leaning on the other couple of the other stones. But the other stones, there was no mortar, so it just popped off, sliding off that way. So there's a couple of stones still standing, but otherwise it looks exactly the same. The plinth has been knocked over, though, on the ground by the dome. So yes, a lot of rubble. Nothing's broken, but nothing is in place. Very sad. Very sad. Nobody has any respect for old buildings. I'm just going to say.
Point, what say you? How about we put this thing back together for them?
That's a lot of lifting. I don't know if we have the strength to do so. However, we might be able to do something to at least get the plinth back up.
Does it need to be exactly like it was before, or can we improvise and still make it pretty?
That is unknown.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can certainly do that, but will it have the effects that you want?
Right.
F around and find out.
Well, yeah, let's start with the plinth. The plinth, Quint. The plinth.
What? Where? All right. Well, you can easily get the plinth up using Pwent's knowledge of plinths and wedge a stone in and your plentiful knowledge of plinths helps you place the plinth in the proper place. Mostly. It can't actually go exactly where it was supposed to because the roof clunked in, and so you can kind of get the plinth over here pretty close to the center where it was. Get the gem in there. So it is not exactly in the same spot. However, the village is thrilled that the gem is back. They are willing to help do anything they can to help move these stones, but again, they're pretty small. Silsey, the leader of the town, you can tell she's a leader. She has a really tall hat, and it's got little swirlies on it.
Clearly, are the swirlies gold?
What's that?
Are the swirlies gold?
No. No, they're not gold, but they are yellow. Just little like decorative swirlies. So she's like, well, let me see. I'll give her an Arcana check. She's like, well, I don't know. Might not work. It might work. Who knows? What would you like me to try first?
Maybe just see if it works without harming our bodies.
So maybe well, there's a heal spell I could do. If it goes right, then we know that it works-ish.
I am down a few hit points. I could use a touch of healing.
All right. She gets near the plinth. She like the buttons on a elevator. She like boop 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 touches the runes and they light up with the same green glow that the gem has. Boop 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 boop. And then she speaks the words Klaatu. Natural one again. So, golly, what could possibly have happened? Well, yeah, sure. I guess the opposite of what we wanted. Yeah, okay. What was that? Laser blaster?
Oh God.
A green beam of light shoots out. Argrax, please make a save. A dexterity save. Well, I don't know. You guess you wouldn't really try to dodge it. You'd be like, let's do this. Bwamp. As a blast of green energy shoots directly through your chest, burning you for 12 damage.
Hopefully he's got a good constitution.
And you're like, ah! As you realize it's scorching you, you leap out of the way. And it like continues to shoot past you, blasting a mushroom into pieces. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't supposed to happen like that. I wasn't attacking you. Hello.
I roar with pain.
The question is, how ragged does he look now?
Damn, Fairy, you gotta get it together.
I was at 16.
Oh, man.
So you're basically on an Egon, I need to catch my breath.
Oh, man. It drilled a hole, like a burning hole, like that, like into your scales. Ooh.
Okay, so Is that what the crazy laser's supposed to do?
No, that was supposed to be a hit. It must just. I think we have to put it in its proper place. I mean, I can try again, but
let's see what we can do for adjusting the position.
Okay.
Oh, I'd hate to be rewarded by dying after helping your people.
A fine reward of sudden death. Don't worry, you'll be killed right away.
So I'm going to go walk around to try and get a better view of everything to see what we could do. Because we may need to pull the dome all the way over somehow, some way. So I'm looking at things that may be strong enough for a pulley system to do so.
Right.
What is the weight of this top stone?
It's probably 70 tons.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty much immovable by us.
Yeah. I mean, magic. You don't need giants.
We just need to do the stuff that they did when they got the, like, you know, the Easter Island statues up.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Pyramids.
When I will say that you know, it is half of it, or at least one side of it is on those stones that it needs to be on. So you're really only lifting up this side. So as your dwarven instincts of leverage, and maybe even if you can just lever it up a little bit, put another rock underneath it, you know, and just because you just need to pick up one side of it and then drop it back down on a big giant rock, which probably only weighs 20 tons. 15 tops.
Yeah, but still got to find the material and ability to do so.
That's true. All right. Well,
so I'm looking.
Let's see. How many iron implements do you have?
Hold on. What is Magnus trying to do to adjust the laser correctly with an auto success, auto fail?
Oh, wait. I didn't even see that. How was I must not have been paying attention.
And I just looked up and saw it in the chat, so.
Oh, no, I don't know. Tell us again, Magnus. What are you doing? But again, remember, you cannot change a nat 1. So that nat 1 is a nat 1. Whatever you're trying to build. All right. Well, I'm going to say that depending on how many iron tools you have, plus you can move the smaller rocks around, and I guess that would be like the total. Puent, do you have any skills in actual masonry or stonework?
I just have what my,
aside from just being a dwarf.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, all dwarves are the same.
Yeah. I just have the stone cunning that comes with being a dwarf.
Right. All right. Well, I will say that, let's see, whatever implements you're going to try to use, and that could include swords, tools, crowbars, anything you happen to have. Each one of those will give you a +1, and you get to roll. And that total, if you had stoneworking skill, something like that, and then we'll see.
I don't even think there's a stoneworking skill in 5e.
Actually, I think there is in the. I think there is. Oh, maybe I'm thinking Pathfinder. Plinth Finder.
We could use a Plinth Finder.
So here's what I'm going to say is that you can use any of your tools or weapons that you have. You won't get them back. You'll basically destroy them in the effort. But let's see what happens.
Point has advantage.
All right.
I believe he has 2 advantages available to him.
All right. So how many weapons, how many items are you willing to sacrifice to give you a bonus? That's the question.
The only weapon I do have is broken anyway.
Oh, that's right. Does anyone else have anything?
I have a grappling hook.
I mean, I can definitely take what's left of, the Warhammer head and say, let's go. It's a shark's tooth. I can find a way to leverage it in somehow.
I'll call it that. The grappling hook will definitely work. So that's 2. Anything else?
Are the fairies okay with us flinging all this iron around in their faces?
Oh, well, they're not touching it. They're like, eh.
Can we ask the fairies if they have any spare tools lying about we can use to make this work?
I doubt they have iron hanging out.
They're like, we have spears.
Do you have a pit where you bury away all the iron you come across, perhaps, just so that it's not in your village?
No, that stuff just rusts like in minutes. I mean, this place is so wet around here. Gone. All right. Well, Puent, you have advantage and a +2. How about wisdom advantage? Yeah, you're a cleric. You gotta have some wisdom.
Well, if we're using, stone cutting, I get to add double my proficiency.
Oh, well, that should do it. Yeah.
And thankfully, I had the advantage because I rolled a 7 and then a nat 21.
Oh,
with the new red dice.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. The nat 21. Dun dun dun. And Magnus, I wanted them to make that roll because that was going to determine a lot of things. So, and they were going to actually need a nat 21, but you actually manage to little by little lift the one side up, jamming more rocks into the other side. Each time bending, like that grappling hook is like, you're like, oh god, we only got like 2 more uses out of this thing. Like we're almost there. And you're just like, it's getting weaker and weaker. Finally leverage it up. This does take quite some time, by the way. This is not like 15 minutes. This is like this is an all-day project. And you do manage to get that stone in place with using your other tools, and you drop that rock back down on top of it, more or less where it's supposed to be. Now, fortunately, that means you can put the plinth exactly in the center, which is exactly where it's supposed to be. So,
question. So you said this was basically an all-day evolution that Quint was working to get that up?
Oh, yeah.
Was it possible that I was able to, rest for like 4 hours during that time?
Tell you what, basically, because they're going to need your help to work on it as well. So,
all right, so I was involved too.
Oh, yeah.
Basically. Okay.
It was all day, all efforts, all the fairies got involved as well, bending their little spears around little parts. And eventually, yeah, you guys probably have to take a huge rest, get back to work. So, yes, I will allow for a long rest if you guys want to take a big rest.
Yeah, because I'm down to 4 and all my spells have been expended.
Yeah. All right.
After, basically, wiping out the giants almost single-handedly.
Right on.
I did not realize that I had 1 spell slot left. I thought I had used everything. So before we would get into that, after he got
You probably healed up Argrax a little bit so that he could actually be helpful as opposed to mostly dead. So.
Yeah, I'm looking for a second D8 now.
All right. You get it mostly done. You're exhausted. You take a long rest. You wake up at some point. Again, it's the underdim. There is no nighttime. There is no daytime. It's just dim all the time. It's like Prince's Afterworld. You can always see the sun, day or night. Right. But, right. So after your long rest, you finish up, you get it in place, and now you slide that plinth in its spot that you can clearly see where like moisture has run down the sides, and it's like it's one of those things, you know, like you move. Have you ever removed a countertop from or counter from somebody's house, and then you like look and see that line of dirt that's like, oh yeah, this hasn't been moved for a while. Well, add 1,000 years to a place that is constantly wet, and you're pretty much sure that you could actually put it exactly where it used to be, like even rotation wise around, you know, like you're like, yep, that little nubbin's right there. Boop. Fairly certain. And Silsy's like, I'm pretty sure that's exactly where that's supposed to be. I come in the temple. Now the pillars are not exactly where they were supposed to be, but the plinth is dead on. She's like, good enough, I think. Maybe. I hope. Well, would you like me to try and take you home? Would you like me to try to take you somewhere else? Would you like me to do something else?
I rubbed my chest where I had been previously burned, hesitant about her trying something right again, still feeling the sting of the healing touch, as it were.
Do you want to test it again, but like not on your chest?
Yes, I'm sure we can clear the way, and Chicken Casty try to do that heal again. That way we know that, if a laser beam doesn't shoot out, we know there's good there. If nothing teleports weirdly, then we should know that it looks like it's working.
All right.
She knows what the thing does and what is normal.
Mm-hmm. So what would you like me to do?
How about you do a test with the healing spell again, just to make sure that everything is good to go, and we might be able to make our return back home.
Well, I do need a target.
I'll do it.
All right.
I'm just gonna take a knife and just cut myself so that I have points missing.
I hand Damien a battle brew. Go here, drink this just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
I actually did roll another one.
Why?
Another one.
Why did you do that?
I don't understand. I was like, all I need to do is not roll a one.
Quit using that one. What did you hand me? What is the brew?
It's my homemade battle brew.
Nice. Good.
There's a reason my last name is Battle Brewer.
Now I see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, you hold up your injury, and the exact same thing happens. 12 damage. Blood.
Barry, what are you doing?
It should work. I've never been. I don't. No. Let me try again.
No.
Wait, you. No. Poor Damien. It was with us for like 10 minutes.
Nectarine? Necktie? It's definitely N-word. I can't remember.
Oh my god.
I'm using red dye. We're gonna use the red die.
Are you sure? Like, are you sure about this?
Okay, I should have rolled this on camera, but it was rolling, and then it hit the pencil, and it was a 1, and then it turned onto the 19. So like, but it was like it was stopping, and I was like, really? And then it like boop. There you go. So once again, red die for the win. 19. If you can't get a natural 21, you might as well give it a 19. And you feel the warm healing glow, not a laser beam.
I love not a laser beam.
And all of your damage is healed back up. Whew.
Thank you.
Apparently, it just needs a little adjustment. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So maybe we should go home before they keep laser beaming us.
Why don't you have her read out loud the runes for the teleport spell?
Wait, before we do that, Puent, do you want to give it a go with the laser? We've all done it.
Do it.
Join the laser club.
You get this cool tattoo.
I pull out my sharp dagger. Give myself 1 hit point worth of damage. Sure.
Should I use the red die or the black die?
Praise justice. The fathom, the chum, and the Holy Ghost.
Oh, all right. It's a 16. Not a laser beam of healing light shoots out.
No, Puent's like, I don't know what they were complaining about. It just that didn't even tickle.
That didn't hurt at all. You guys. Oh my god, you guys. It didn't hurt at all.
Hey, I've got to do this the right way.
There you go. All right. Well,
Little Silsey.
Yes.
If I recall, I think you may have mentioned something about the possible rewards for returning your gemstone and saving all your villagers. There's maybe some stuff that you have no need for.
Oh, yes. Do you like shiny rocks?
Shiny rocks may be nice.
Oh. I have a bronze helmet with shiny rocks on it.
Probably good.
Yeah.
It's
anything that might be, Atlantean.
Maybe.
Not saying, but
I'm gonna say Atlantean, but Atlantean. Well, if you're looking for Atlantean things, well, we do know that there's a
great,
little,
he's yoinking again.
Evil little frog that has some more of those bronze helmet with shiny rocks. Do you mean a crown? They don't know. But yeah, or you can take our shiny hat that easily will fit any one of you, and yeah, and we'll take you back to your dimension.
Tell us a little bit about this evil frog.
Well, he lives in a big swampy pond, and it's kind of, if you just follow the stream, it'll lead to his place. He's weird, and he's got some strange magic, but we stay away from him because he's Evil.
So you want to go handle up on an evil frog before we go home?
Yeah, maybe go and knock out one more bad guy. These little blue fairies can live in peace for a good long time. And maybe if we're lucky, we get some really good stuff for us to bring back home, and we could be like set up for life when we return back to the real world in Magecroft.
Buy a flying castle.
Oh, flying castle.
I heard flying castles are cool.
I don't know nothing about them, but I hear they're pretty cool until they're sabotaged.
Go down like a B-17.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So they're like, yeah. We would be thrilled. We'll give you, well, the same thing that we have. This helmet with gems on it.
We just earned that helmet twice.
Like, we only have one.
They're going to be able to send us back home. So that's going to be the real win. We can get out of this under dim and go back to where it's bright. You know, because we were supposed to go to this big Halloween party, but we got sucked into this portal and we never made it.
Oh, I heard that party was wild.
Matt has a good point. Take the helmet, then go fight the frog. Take the cannolis, leave the gun.
We already earned the helmet for the first task, so we get to take it with us to earn it again on this task.
Exactly.
I have to disappear for a minute, but I'll still be able to hear you guys.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
You wearing pants? No.
I'm wearing pants today.
All right.
All right. So we're going to head down the pathway to the frog. We're all freshly healed up. Oh, before we go, can we check to see if Silcy and her crew have any healing potions or anything like, or elixirs of sorts? What does the dice say? The dice says they don't have any?
No.
And don't forget, you need to have Silcy read those runes for you.
We'll be able to get those when we get back home. Or actually, you know what? Yeah. How about we go ahead and we'll hear what they say now. That way we don't have to rely on her when we get back. We can just head right back home when it's done because they have not much anything else for us.
Oh, she's like, well, if I say it out loud, it will cast the spell. Like, I could remove the gem and then say it. Then it wouldn't power it. Let's do that. So she pulls the gem out and then recites the spell, the runes, and goes through a long list of words in a very strange language. And there you go. So there it is. You do feel though that you will you're like, well, you need a power source of some nature for this spell to work. Like you can't just say the words. But if you have a power source of some nature, then this is a planar shift. But you will need some sort of way to power it. So flibber after the word flubber. Yes. So there's that. But right. So you head on down from the stream towards the frog. And let me just set up a little bit of frog action. as they call it, faction.
Well, at least he hasn't finished building all his new tentacle thingamajiggers.
That's right. Oh, but the tentacle thingamajiggers are fun. Once again, you're headed through the Underdark, the Underdim. Oh, there's my pond. Where's your pond? I had most of this set up before. Yeah. And as you approach, you see in the grayness ahead a spot where, as the water flows over sections of rocks where they form tiny pools, eventually there's a large pool that is formed by some of these rocks. And there are weird grasses all around that plants that you've never seen before. As I set up the little situation. There we go. Yeah.
Look, there's a shot.
Almost there.
Oh, okay. Hope you remember what all your skills are, Damien.
Yes, I've been studying. And Arturo's.
So apparently he's setting something up for us.
Something swampy.
Something swampy.
As long as it's not with the swamp of sadness.
No, stop. We don't talk about that. What are you doing? We're having fun.
Especially since, your familiar's name is very close to Artreo.
Oh my god. I'm taking psychological damage right now.
Terrible. You people are terrible. Did you see that cosplay? That was it was like the horse's head, and it was at a convention, and it was just the head of a horse, and he had the reins of it, so it was just like, it looked like it was the head of a horse coming out of the ground, and the kid was dressed just like him, and so he's like pulling on the reins as if like the horse is sunk into the carpet, and it's just this head sticking out. It was hilarious and soul crushing at the same time. And
I bet little kids actually cried.
Oh yeah.
If little kids still watch that.
I bet some adults actually cried too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. You heartless bastards.
I mean, hell, Kitty almost cried right now after she realized how close
Yeah.
It's not that kind of swamp, motherfucker.
All right. Go. Now we've got it. That's what we're talking about. All right. Okay. Action time for the action cam. Boop. Which, of course, is not pointed at anybody in particular. Let's see. Pull it back. Find where we are. All right. So you follow the stream on down, There you are. Beside the stream. And up ahead, just barely, of course, you go 30, 40 feet. The water widens out into this area here. And there are very, very many sounds of various different animals swirling around. Perhaps frogs of some sort. But they do make a different sound from your normal average frog. And yeah. And there they are. There's tall grasses all around. There's wide leaves, just some of them 3 feet wide, to try to catch enough sunlight for them to grow properly. What do you do? There are some stalactites.
Did you say we don't see frogs, but we hear frogs, plural?
Yes. But not like a giant. It's not like the sound of a giant frog. It's like the sound of many tiny frogs.
Can I try to talk to one of the frogs?
Sure.
Okay.
What would you like to say to the frog?
Oh, hey, little buddy. Do you know about a frog that lives around here that's not like the other frogs?
And you were speaking what?
Speak with animals.
The magic of animals. Good.
No, I just like talking to them.
Well, I mean, everything else is weird about, our new party member, why not?
I'm a freaking weirdo.
So
it's Damien Doolittle.
This frog is a green frog with pink stripes. And it looks at you and, me?
I'd like to change my opening statement. Hey, buddy, it ain't easy being green.
Oh. What? Huh? Me?
Yeah. Hey.
What do you want? Hi. What?
Hey. So do you know about this frog that lives around here that's not like the rest of the frogs? He's a very big frog.
You mean the boss man?
The boss man. He's your boss.
Yeah.
Do you like do stuff for him?
Uh-huh.
What kind of stuff?
Whatever he asks.
Cool, tight.
Ooh, that's right. Wow, Mab.
So that's good to know. What kind of what's he after? What's his hopes and dreams and goals?
I don't know. He kind of that's he wants more than just bugs.
Oh, like what?
He likes shiny things.
Okay. Does he have a lot of shiny things?
Yeah, I think so.
What does he do to the creatures that he gets these shiny things from?
Food.
He eats them?
Most
of
them.
Is that what you mean? Okay. Does he have like poison or weapons?
I don't know. Magic?
What would he do if you left? What if you just left? What if you and all your friends just left right now?
Food.
He would eat you if you left, but you'd be gone. So he couldn't eat you if you weren't around here. You could go somewhere else.
This good place.
Would you be happy if he wasn't here and you could be in this place without worrying about him?
I'm just a frog. These are some pretty deep subjects.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell the rest of them the stuff that this frog told me. And is there anything else I should say to him? Ask him?
I don't know, because the main thing we really needed to know, he kind of avoided and didn't really tell us. The thing we really need to know is, if we go after the bad guy, are they going to be for or against?
I think that the bad guy controls him, the big guy, the boss guy, and they are going to attack us at the same time as he's attacking us. I think we're going to have to fight them. I don't know what it's like to fight a bunch of enchanted frogs, but...
What is it like to fight a bunch of enchanted frogs?
Oh, I got one more thing to try. I'm going to kiss the frog. Oh, actually, though, I would like to ask the frog if I may kiss him first.
Consent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to have that frog roll some sort of a wisdom check to make sure he understands what a kiss is, considering frog doesn't have lips.
He's gonna think I'm just trying to eat him.
I mean, this is like almost like a charisma off.
The frog actually goes, "Yes, please."
Now I want to less. Okay, I kiss the frog. Not with tongue.
Did you say with tongue?
Not with tongue.
Oh, no. All right. Poof! A human man with a long beard, probably, maybe in his 80s.
I really think that's gonna happen.
Completely naked. And he's like, "Ah! Yeah! I'm released. How did you know? Oh.
I'm a weird guy. I don't know.
Thank you. Come on. Oh, my stuff. Oh, crap.
What kind of stuff did you have before this?
I had some awesome magic, and I had a robe, a really cool robe. It was magic.
Do you want to see if we can get him back?
Been a frog.
I don't know. The underdim. You can't. Oh, my hair is gray. Crap.
Damn. All right. Everybody, get to kissing.
I think you solved it.
No, not him. More frogs.
Okay. Wait. What I've learned, there's a lot of frogs out here. No! Do you kiss another frog?
I'm about to.
And he's like, "Ah!" He puts his hand in between you and the frog. It could be anything. This guy has turned all sorts of things into frogs. You totally lucked out that it's me and not. Where did you guys come from?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
a couple days ago we were in Magecroft. Now we are here.
Never heard of it.
Where'd you come from?
I come from a city called Exquill. It's in the south of my world. I might not even be from the same world you are.
No, probably not. Okay.
Anyway, this crazy frog is some sort of magic monster that's been turning people and monsters into frogs. Apparently, He likes frogs. Yeah. So
I have.
there's a lot of things over here that could be anything. Randomly going around kissing all these things. You're gonna end up with bugbears. You're gonna end up with, I don't know, whatever.
Thank you for that heads up. That was not very prudent of me, but now I see.
But
I
if
would
they're
like
all
to.
happy to be freed, wouldn't it kind of be like, Aslan breathing on all the stone statues to build an army?
I think a bugbear is still going to be a bugbear.
I barely even understood the conversation that we were having. But and he does actually speak your same language now that he's not an animal, but he definitely has what Damien, what you would call a Southern accent. But you can understand him.
Okay, maybe he is from Earth.
Yeah, maybe. And
I want to hand him a short sword and a +1 dagger.
Like, all right, I'll take it.
We're going to fight
have, I don't know, some pants or something. It feels real weird here. I mean,
I could give him the stinky ghoul skin cloak.
You know what? You can just hang on to that.
Okay.
I'll fight naked. That's fine. That frog guy doesn't really care. He doesn't even have a lower body, actually. So I don't think he even understands like genitalia in the human form, I suppose. Yes, Exquill is the very sleepy little town called Nyquil. It's when you get over Nyquil. Yeah. He's like, so I was once a wizard. I, of course, don't have any spell components. Trust me, this frog guy is nothing to be trifled with. Look, when me and my entire party attacked him, suddenly a bunch of these frogs became their true forms. I think that's what happened. And so
we get to squish him.
Well, some of those frogs are my friends.
That's right.
Maybe. Oh man, pretty confusing. Do you have dispel magic? Anyone? Crap. All right.
Would you?
I have lots of magic, but I do not have that magic.
Could you do it if we got you the components for it?
Yeah, probably.
As a warlock, would he be able to use my wand as a focus? Since it is a focus for me? If he was able to attempt to cast a spell?
You could try.
It's verbal and somatic. You don't need components.
Oh, really? Well, that's right. He is. Oh, yeah, that's right.
You've been a frog a long time. It's foggy in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Ooh, froggy brain.
Careful, Damien. You've already got 2 -5 stacked up against you because of bad jokes.
I got a minus and a plus. They cancel out.
No, but Mab gave you a regular -5 to begin with her original saying, and then she cashed in points.
Oh.
For the second -5.
I will not be censored. I will make bad jokes until the end of time.
All right. So he's a little froggy. Well, I could cast a spell magic, but I'm afraid that maybe we just need to do it on the right person. What's your plan?
We crush the bad frog, take the plunder, and the blue fairies can send us all home.
Okay, well that's a plan. All right.
What's your name?
Salgrim. It's like Sal, but Grim.
Oh no, he's a Grim.
He's Grim Sal.
Got it.
Mr. Salgrim. Yeah, that's my name. I kept trying to say it, but I kept coming out ribbit. But this is the first. It's great. Whew. All right. Okay. I wonder what other spells I can cast.
You don't know?
I'm a little tired. I haven't been getting much rest here in this Underdim. Fireball, maybe. Anyway. Oh, here he is.
He's got Fireball, we win.
So whenever you got your bearings, do you think you could point us in the direction of where it is?
Well, it's a bit foggy. He has kind of a little underwater shell that he kind of sleeps in, sort of. It's over there on the deep end of that pool of water. Yeah.
If we only had our underwater expert.
Right?
Is it possible to ambush?
Well, it's underwater.
What about how often does he come out? Does he come out often to eat or whatever, and we could surprise attack him then?
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, he does come out, comes up, gets all his frogs to do his bidding, to dance around. He had to put on a show once. It was terrible.
Because if we could wait for him to send all his little minions out, that way there's less there to interfere with us attacking him. That's less that we actually have to deal with.
That is true. That's actually a really good plan. What if, hear me out, I've only been a human for a little while recently, but that dog of yours, take orders?
Mm-hmm.
What if you get that dog to bark a whole bunch, make a diversion, and run off, lead them away, then maybe, because they are just frogs, they're not going to move as fast as that big old dog, and that dog then swings back around, leaving those froggies way off in the jungle somewhere. And then we just have to deal with whatever we got here.
Yeah, that sounds good. We could try that.
I mean, I'm just spitballing here. Just spitballing. Just came up with this plan.
What if we take a big pit?
What if we find a rudimentary lathe? It's like, do we have
would take
to
forever. We're
take
not
a
gonna take
pit?
a pit.
Yeah.
Well, if there are no other suggestions,
I like that dog distraction idea because that can get us going a whole lot quicker than waiting for him to come out on his own.
Mm-hmm. So let's explain the plan to Arturo and
Okay.
send him on his way.
And that's
All
our trio.
Let's
Point's
make
been doing
battle
the whole thing.
action.
Shaking his head as they're talking and just drinking.
It's like, I would have gone for the full frontal assault, but you people. All right.
I am a dwarf after all.
That's right. All right. So, because of the fog, of course, you cannot see very far. So really, you can only see what's in the camera range. You head a little closer. You can see that it widens out. Salgrim's like, you know what? This is kind of getting weird. Can I get that cloak from you? That'd be nice.
Yeah.
He kind of kind of ties it around his waist, and he's like, it'll do.
Now it also smells like dog now too.
Better than what it used to smell like, I guess.
Now it's a Magic Man burrito.
All right. So there's a bit of outcropping of rock over here. I'll even make a little outcropping of rock. And that's Salgrim says, yeah, somewhere over there is his shell that pops up. Suppose your dog could just stand on that rock there and start barking, see what happens. We could be right over here, right on the edge of the fog. Yep, which is actually right on the edge of the fog. It's right on the edge of your vision.
All right. Arturo.
So the dog starts barking like mad. The frogs start to ribbit. Bark, 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 bark. Eventually you start to see bubbles rising just on the edge of the fog over here. And like a submarine surfacing, the top half of a large shell starts to open up. And everybody give me a perception check.
$10.
I also got 10.
How about you, Puent?
17.
Puent, you feel like this is a very large shell. I mean, it's really wide. It's got to be 7 feet wide. But even if it was really deep, you're like, there's no way that this guy physically fit in this shell. It just mathematically, volumetrically doesn't really work, especially since he's got a trident in his hand. And you see a frog-like creature wearing some sort of robe with little seashells all around it, carrying a very, very ancient-looking trident. It even has it has clearly it's made of bronze because it has patina on it, and it looks around and gestures towards the dog, and you hear one voice sound out, "Ribbit," and you can see the shift in the ground as you don't know how many 20, 30, 40 frogs start to beeline frog line towards the wolf, and the wolf starts to back up as noticing just how many there are from pretty much all directions, and starts backing up further, and then takes off as the ground is covered with frogs, and heads away. The din of frogs is a lot less now, and yeah.
And it's the frog guy that has the bronze trident?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, that trident looks shiny.
Is he aware of us yet?
Nope.
Oh.
It's just on the edge of your vision.
I want to put a magical effect on him, but that might make him aware of us. So I don't know if anybody has anything they want to do before I go ahead and do that.
Oh, he's going to be aware of us anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just looking for the. Oh. Well, we'll just use this miniature. Oh, he's right on the edge of your vision. Splashing around with his giant trident. Something over here. And he bellows out some language. Let's see. Your speak with animals is. How long does the speak with animals last?
Oh. It's like 4 minutes, maybe, but I could be totally wrong. Look at it. Ten minutes.
10?
10.
Oh, all right. It's probably still active. He says in a animal language, probably some sort of frog. Says, await my minions for their return. We will dine on dog tonight.
Ew. I'm gonna hunter's mark him.
What's that?
I want to hunter's mark him.
Oh. Doesn't that put a light on him? Oh, no.
Yes,
I think it just
basically
makes him my focus target.
Right. Oh, that's something else. All right.
Okay. It's not like, fairy fire, but it does enlighten to her sights.
I was thinking of fairy fire. All right. What do you do, Puent?
Well, since she's done what she's done with Damien, I am just going to go and roll because it looks like it's 120 feet away from me.
Oh, it's only 10, 20, 30, 40 feet away. It's just on the edge of the fog.
Because I am going to cast Guiding Bolt.
All right.
And I'm not used to my laptop computer here, but that is a Nat 21 that I rolled.
Oh, my. Right off the bat. All right. How much damage?
I'm getting out the 46 now. So that is 18 times 2 is 36.
Ooh.
And then as my bonus action,
yes,
spiritual weapon.
Oh, nice. All right.
Oh, if we're doing surprise round, I only just did a bonus action. I would love to still take an action.
What would you like to do as your action?
I'm gonna shoot her with my longbow.
Oh, and add another 10 because Stealth Killer just gave me a +5.
Nice. All right. That does add up, doesn't it? All right. Well, if you have ranged attack as well.
I have sharpshooter, so I have no disadvantage on long range.
Nice.
But
it's
remember, you
not
do
that far
have...
away. It's only 40-some feet away. It's right on the edge of your vision because of the fog. And Magnus throws in crit damage for Twent on the.
Yeah, but that was a natural 21.
Yes. What was your other attack though?
Oh, that was spiritual weapon.
All right. Does it actually get a hit? What like?
It's a floating spectral weapon, so in my case, it would look like my Warhammer, with the shark tooth for Jossis. I do get a melee attack.
All right.
During the bonus action part of the round.
Yes, Magnus, he already got a nat 21 on that first shot. So if you want to give him the crit for his second attack, then he can do that. So we throw in the nat 21 on that one. But yeah, that one was already doubled. By the way, 36 damage for 46 damage in the total. That was already double damage. All right, so Pwent, you have a nat crit on your second attack. The spiritual hammer, because of course, praise Jawsus.
So what do you got? That is going to be another 9 points, 18 points of damage.
Moly. One attack, 64 points of damage. As you blaze into him with all of your holy smitingness. It's mighty. All right. Let's see. Argorax, you have a ranged attack you'd like to hit everybody with. Damien, you want to roll for your hit?
Yes, I do have a ranged attack that I am going to do. I am going to cast Toll the Dead.
Oh, yeah.
And any attack that has an attack roll on it till my next turn, because the guiding bolt has advantage.
Nice. All right. So, Damien, you have advantage on your longbow.
Oh, sweet. Oh, good. So that's gonna be what's 18 plus 18? 26? I can't do math.
Yeah, over 20. Yeah, you got
Sorry,
it.
18 plus 8. 18 plus 8.
All right.
26.
Okay. I did it. I did do math.
All right. What's the damage?
13.
All right. Blam. All right. You chunk it in. Argorax.
Yes. I'm doing Toll the Dead. And it's a wisdom save, but since I had the birthday 21 from Mab from Sunday, can we apply that to the saving roll?
A crit fail? Yes, you can.
Yes, so we will do that. And let's see. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12 instead of 1d8 necrotic damage.
Ooh, all right. Some necrotic damage. Double the necrotic damage.
Just make sure this is actually a 12 here. So,
finally, someone found a use for D12s.
And because my thing is sloped, it only ends up to be 6.
Oh, all right.
It was doing good, but then it started rolling back down and it ended on a low spot.
Oh, all right. It's something. You've done 83 points of damage as your surprise attack.
Wow.
Thanks to all those beautiful people out there throwing down their bonuses.
Thank you.
This hail of magical attacks just blasting down on him. Blah! What is this?
What does our new magician friend do?
Oh, he's like, let me see, wait, 20, 40. He's like, fuck that dude, and chucks a fireball.
Yes!
F that frog.
Fireball.
He's only going to be above water for a short time. F that dude. All right, hang on. So it's 15. Oh, really? Don't you hate when you roll a 1 when you're like, you're rolling like a bunch of dice for damage and you're like, ah. Anyway. Wow. Okay.
That's the one thing I love about like when you choose great sword for your style of fighting with a paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Any one that you roll for your initial roll on damage, you get to re-roll.
Echo has that too.
Oh, rolled a 2 on his save, not a 1, but rolled a 2. Not been doing very well with the dice rolling. So not double damage, but another 28 points of damage, which sadly not that great for Fireball. However, all those toads that he totally forgot about that were around this pool, well, most of them just fried. Oh, one did roll a 21, so some were under rocks. Okay. Oh, one was. Oh my God! I rolled 3. Okay, I just rolled 6 20-siders. I got 3 1s and 1 nat 21. What are the freaking odds? All right, so
do you have ley lines going across your house tonight or something?
I think so. I just rolled another 1. So basically, many of the frogs just exploded when this fire just boom, evaporated a bunch of the water off the top of the pool.
Clay's justice. He said, "Fook the frog."
Yeah. Blam! That frog is now. I was gonna say, like, man, maybe I should pull this thing's hit points back a little bit. I forget that when everybody can do double damage, suddenly it's a shit ton of damage. So I'm like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna keep those hit points. All right. So 23.
Give him some more, why don't you?
I did. No.
Judge.
So 122 points of damage total in one round.
Dude, what level are you?
The frog, you mean, or the guy?
The wizard guy. I forgot his name.
Salgrim. Salgrim, yes. He's over 5th. No. That was all the damage put together, including the fireball on the frog.
I know, but his fireball is still pretty big too, wasn't it?
He did 39. Yeah.
That seems like a lot.
Fireball does like 10. It does a shit ton of damage.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess I haven't thrown a fireball in a while.
Yeah, these new fireballs, they're pretty toasty. I mean,
you can cast them at a higher level.
Yeah, a cantrip does D10, so I mean, dang. Anyway,
yeah.
Well, Angry Frog. Yeah. Let's see. Speed. Oh, all right. Yo. It zips over to you. Like moves through the water so fast from one push of its legs and towers over even your tallest Argrax. Let's see. Golly, who do I stab? 1, 2, 3. Oh no. He looks down and goes, "Vile betrayer!" And gets a nat 21 with the red die, by the way. Red die. These red dice, I swear. Oh, Salgrim. Oh, he's good for one bit of monologue, and geez.
Salgrim, we didn't know thee well. Rest in peace.
Nope. Shoot, where are the rest of my dice? Yeah. Salgrim only slightly run through with a trident.
Well, he's forked.
6. That's
What was that you told me earlier, Tommy? Bad jokes.
Hey, that was for Cameron.
All right. So, stab Salgrim. Gah! Runs him through. Oh man. Because he has no armor. 7. This is 13.
I wonder if that's who I think it is.
And yeah. So he just and pins him to the ground with his trident, runs him through, pins him to the ground, chunk. Ugh. And Salgrim screams an unholy loud scream. And he's like, oh, you were my favorite wizard. I'm just saying that because, I'm killing you now. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, well, everyone's there. You're all there. Yeah. And let me see if he's got a bonus action. Yeah. All right. Nope. He's gonna do that. All right. Nope. That's all he's gonna do this round. Let's just go straight down the list there. Puent, what do you do?
Well, since he is now in melee range,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pull my dagger out, and for my action, I am actually going to cut into my hand for 1 point of damage.
Okay.
For the Jocelyn's ability.
Oh, it's active if anyone it draws blood in melee with you. So yes. So now that
that would already be applied because
Salgrim just exploded in blood right next to you.
With me. So if that's the case, then I don't worry about that. I'm just gonna pull as a bonus action, close the distance halfway with the spiritual weapon because I can only move it 20 feet.
All right.
And then I'm going to attack with the dagger.
All right. I got your spiritual weapon over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 feet. All right.
When he charged into us, did that give us any opportunities?
No, because his speed, he came in and stabbed. So,
and I don't think a 6 is going to hit.
No, it does not. Even though your eyes,
one, but I rolled a 2,
have rolled back, and they're like the eyes of a doll. And all right, Argrax.
Okay, I am. Let me see here. I'm going to use my breath weapon.
All right.
Let's see. And it's Dex DC 12.
Oh, that's gonna be close. Oh, nope, he's got it. Oh no, wait. Just Dex. Huh? I thought he had a better one. No, he missed it by 1. By 1.
Sweet. So he'll take full damage.
Mm-hmm.
And all right. It will be 9 acid.
All right.
And then we check that off.
All right. Damien.
I would like to cast Hail of Thorns.
All right. Pew, pew,
and
pew, pew.
Shoot my longbow.
You are actually only 5 feet away from him.
So crap.
You're in.
I want to back up first.
That will be attack of opportunity.
Oh, wait. I can't cast Hail of Thorns anyway because everyone's standing right next to him, and that would tear up everybody. Never mind. This is what happens when you play a Ranger at the last second when you had no idea you were going to be playing the game at all.
Which Ranger path did you choose?
I don't even know. It's not, that part's not written down.
It's a Ranger with a bunch of really weird shite.
Rangers just wander through the forest. They don't use paths. Come on.
Where we're going, we don't need no paths.
That's right. This is not Pathfinder. This is Path Loser. All right.
You don't speak your path.
Yes, this is Plinth Fixer.
Okay. So I have short swords. So I have 2.
Okay.
But I don't have anything that says that I get 2 attacks with them. Why do I have 2? I just have 2.
Look, you have a skin of a ghoul. I can't answer any questions about why you have equipment that you have. However, you will have to drop your bow and pull the sword, which is you can just drop the bow, and if you want to put your bow away, that is your action with an item. If you want to just drop the bow and pull your sword, just remember your bow is on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll drop the bow and pull the swords.
Okay.
Yeah, on my sheet, yeah, actions in combat lists 2-weapon fighting. I think that's a standard. If you have 2-handed melees.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can, but if you have the skill, right? I mean, you can attack with 2 weapons, but you're gonna. It's that whole minus on your offhand, blah blah blah, all that jazz.
Yeah, well, in the spirit of moving on, I'm just gonna do a regular attack.
Sounds great. Let's see.
Yeah. I got a 10.
All right, hang on, wait. Stealth Killer did something.
Disadvantage to the frog when fighting Kitty.
All right.
Hey. So, would that be advantage to me then?
No.
Well, I would assume that's on his attack.
Oh, okay. I rolled 10.
That's not going to come close.
Okay, I'm moving away.
Okay, that will be an attack of opportunity. However, he does have disadvantage. Thanks, Stealth Killer.
Thank you, Stealth Killer.
Nice. What's your armor class?
16.
Well done. The lowest he got with his bonuses to attack was a 14. The other one would have definitely skewered you. So he he steps on Salgrim, pulls the trident out of him, and makes a jab at you as you step away and miss. Well done.
And when do you think our Arturo will get back?
Well, it's only been one. This is mainly round number 2. So it's all of 12 seconds ago.
Okay. I didn't think he was back yet. I was just saying, let's remember that he's coming back at some point.
Yeah, it'll be a little while. He's going to try to lead them away pretty far.
Okay.
Because you know what's going to happen is when he dies, all the spells are going to break, and there's going to be like a whole herd of people, monsters, all just hanging around somewhere. It'll be like, what the hell?
Somebody's just gonna get immediately eaten by something.
Like, I'm just angry. I don't know who you are. I'm just angry. Yeah.
Like, right. Oh, I'm a human again. Oh
no. Oh, geez. I'm a beholder again. Right. Not that he has any beholders that he beat. All right. So moving on. La, you stepped away. He made an attack. It is his attack. Let's see. Since you stepped away, since he missed, he's a little upset. No, he's going for Pwent.
Oh boy.
And he says, "Who are you that dares to strike out at me?" And he kind of looks at you. You're pretty sure it was a rhetorical question because he didn't really wait for an answer. He just tried to stab you, Pwent. And rolled a natural 1 with the black die.
That die is broken. You need to throw it away.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you want me to keep that one.
Oh, right. Never mind.
Yeah, you see what the nat 1 counter is at, right?
Oh my gosh. 8 times. And most of those were me. I'm pretty sure. Wait, I think all of them were me, aren't they? No, 1. 1 was somebody else. But
yeah, 7 of them are yours.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna give him. Okay. He just he angrily lunges out at you and just punches it into the ground, wedging it into a rock. He lets go of it in disgust because it just and then looks at you, hisses a weird froggy hiss, and a jet of water shoots out.
Frog Boss uses water gun.
Yep, out of his mouth. You need to make a dexterity save, Puent. He is gunning for you.
There is still another advantage in the Q save for Puent as well, as needed.
Oh, I needed it. I rolled a 2 and then an 18.
All right. Oh, and I rolled a bunch of ones on my damage here. So 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 total. And no bonus on that. So it is just 16 halved for 8 damage. A mere 8 damage. A jet of water shoots out like a fire hose. You dodge a little to the side and balance the rest off of your shield, and pushes you down, hitting you, pushing you back a little bit against a rock, and but the rest of it streams off, bouncing off the rock behind it, spraying everything, and the sound of water splashing is everywhere. Man, he's mad. He's still mad. And he yells out for his minions, but realizes that most of them got fireballed by Salgrim. Ah, crap. Puent.
As my bonus action, so I can make it swing, I am closing the distance to the last 20 feet.
Yep.
For the
boop. Clong. I didn't really have
a 23 for guiding bolt to hit him.
Oh, nice. That does hit.
And then I rolled a 19 for the spiritual weapon.
That also hits. Do.
So 10, 22, 30 points of damage total.
All right. Nicely done. Blang, blang, just he turns around and what do we got there on the I gotta turn on my Twitch.
Thanks, Magnus. You gave me
that is a
+5
for Puent.
All right. Throwing it down.
That's a total of 35 on that one then.
Yeah. Well, he rages, takes a swipe at the spiritual hammer, spiritual weapon, misses. Oh, yeah, I guess he can do that one. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Can you do it? Argrex.
Okay, let's see. Within 5 feet, I'm going to use Word of Radiance as one of my pack boons. You need to make a Constitution 13.
Oh, that is a 13 on the die. The save is made.
Yep, you saved. I have no other action.
Angry words were said. The frog looks at you and goes, and the magic pops in the midair right in front of both of you. Damien.
So I should already be a whole 30 feet back.
All right.
And I gotta give him another longbow.
All right.
With the advantage.
with advantage. Thank you.
Paul, you were given a -5 for the DM roll.
Oh,
from Stealth Killer just a moment ago.
That would
21.
That would do it.
All right. So I get to.
That turns into 6 radiant then after you're failed.
All right.
All right.
You got a natural 21.
Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be 13. Wait, no. Yes, 13.
5, 1.
Oh, but doubled.
Oh.
26.
Oh my God. Oh man. All right. It's his go.
They still got hit points?
If you only knew how few hit points he has.
We got like 1 left.
You've done 198 points of damage.
Wow.
Take a guess how many hit points he has.
200.
Somebody just flick him.
The sad thing is that he goes, "Ha! You have not defeated me. I, the great Boblotto." And he whirls into a swirling whirlpool in front of your eyes and disappears.
No.
I was like, come on, you guys are gonna. You're like, I was so sure you guys are gonna kill him this round. I was like, yeah. So you guys got totally enough.
Can I just fire another arrow into the whirlpool? I don't think it works like that.
I was actually kind of hoping he would go for an attack on me because I'd unleash Hellish Rebuke on him.
Oh no, he literally had 2 hit points left. And
wait, come back! I didn't kiss you yet.
If he's dipping out, does that mean we get opportunity attacks?
He's actually
If he's turning into water, I'm gonna freaking throw a lightning blast at
that. You know what? You haven't done any other reactions, have you? Or any other bonus actions?
I'm the only one who's been doing bonus actions.
Right. I'm gonna give it to you, although technically he's not moving away. He is literally shifting away. So he's not really moving. But I will give it to you since you do have a bonus action. Can you do that spell as a bonus action?
No, I don't really have anything that's bonus. I have a reactionary of taking damage, which is my Hellish Rebuke, but I don't really have anything for bonus actions. 2-weapon fighting, Misty Step, unless my Misty Step can interrupt him if I, move right up to him and grab him.
Oh God.
Will that work? Enough to stop him from running away?
All right. Tell you what. Give me a grapple check.
And remember, it's advantage.
Okay, that's good because I got 2 more red dice that have not been rolled yet. What's grappling? Is there any bonuses applied to grappling?
Strength, or you can use your dexterity.
All right. So, where is it on this bloody list? Okay, strength is here.
Mab just gave you a crit on the grapple.
Oh, nice.
That's good because I was at like a 13 without a modifier for my highest roll.
Thank you, Mab.
Yeah,
you
man.
Grab him as he turns into a whirling water tornado.
Bam, Misty Step, bitch.
And whoop, 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 whoop. All of you get plane shifted.
Oh no.
Including
Again.
Bublito, the giant frog monster, who is
what about
your dog? Yes, your dog
Arturo?
too. And your little dog too. Ha ha.
All right.
Ha ha.
I was gonna freak out. Thank you.
It really was an Arturo moment.
So
No.
here we are once again, teleported to another location. You are now on an entirely different plane. But now, Argrax, all you have to do is punch this guy. Just punch him.
I'm gonna grab my swizzle axe real quick, and I'm gonna chop him in the back.
Go for it.
Hi-ya!
We'll roll.
My turn hasn't come yet.
That's like a 3.
Did you roll with advantage?
Oh, advantage? I got one more.
Until my turn comes around, it's advantage for you on attacks.
That didn't help. That was a 5.
No.
Well, isn't this technically a new round now?
Yeah, technically, yes.
Good. I'm stabbing his, I'm blindly just thrusting somewhere at his chest so I can say, fuck you.
So you are somewhere. By the way, you're all in about 8 feet of water, as far as you know. And and Sally gave you an auto success with the axe.
I just need to swing a 3rd time. 3rd time's the charm.
Throwing it down. Before we had moved on, Argrax, roll some damage. Roll something more than a 1.
Okay. Oh my lord. All right. Let's see. All right. Hand axe is. All right. That is 3 damage.
1 more point of damage than you needed.
And it's actually 6 because of the doubling for the crit.
Oh, it was just success. It wasn't as.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Sorry.
So, wham! As he reforms, you're like, F you, dude. Bam! And then, whoof, explodes in a pile of sea foam the size of his large froggish body as you are floating around in at least 8 feet of water in some sort of.
I tried to grab the trident because I need a weapon.
Yes. There is the trident there. And as you're floating around in this weird lagoon, you do realize that this is some sort of strange froggy haven, which, has all sorts of like little pads and places to hang out and lounge. And you swim over to one of the rocks that is above the water and crawl up, and you see pearls and all sorts of things that would be found in, say, perhaps a seaside area that a bizarre frog creature would like and call home. Perhaps even some conch shells that appear to be covered in gold. This joint is swanky as far as underwater frog monster things goes.
I really wish Echo was here.
Right? Oh my gosh, this would be the perfect place.
Yeah.
Well, my friend.
Wait, I have one question before we end. So Arturo came with us. Did all the other froggy friends also?
Oh, you know what? Actually, here's the thing. Kitty, since you did step away, maybe you didn't get teleported. Maybe it's just our Patreon saints. And
is she stuck in the Underdim still?
She's still in the Underdim with her dog, fortunately. And
what about that old wizard?
He was stabbed to death, sadly.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, he was quite dead. So so I think it's just our two heroes here who have managed to get teleported to an entirely different plane as he cast plane shift on himself in an attempt to get away. But no. Wacky end to the adventure of this portion of the adventure. Hopefully we'll have all of our Patreon saints playing next month an entirely brand new dimension, which I will now have to make. And but what a joy. It's so much fun to play with all of you. And what a great ending. Perfect timing. Thanks so much. Thanks everybody who are watching and playing along at home, changing the fate of this adventure. Almost didn't get them, and bam, right at the last second, Sally threw in the Patreon Saint of Success. Nice hatchet to the froggy face, and now you are in some sort of treasure abode of this frog in some other different plane, as you have all been subject to planar shift. That's our adventure, everybody.
Now where the hell are we?
Everybody.
If we hadn't gone for the frog, we would be home right now.
See, but the thing is now, me and Point will still be able to get the treasure to go home.
That's right. Oh, well. Well, everybody, I do hope you've had a great time watching us. This is Nat 21 Adventures, and we've had Puent the Adventurer. We have Argrax the Adventurer, Grand Saints playing our Grand Saints game. We have right here Kitty Chaos playing Damien, the very strange Ranger, the Stranger Ranger.
Strange Ranger.
Wacky things. I'm Paula Grabanzo. This has been a really fun adventure. Thanks everybody for tuning in to Nat 21 Adventures channel, and do subscribe. We have a YouTube channel where all of our videos are going to be up there for the evers and evers. We have all sorts of Nat 21 merchandise, and as well as Krampus glasses. So take a look at them on our nat21.com channel, nat21adventures.com channel. I have no idea what nat21.com is. It could be some porn site for all I know. Who knows?
If I'm wearing this.
That's right. We got pins. We got all sorts of stuff. And we have got our next show is Sunday night. That's going to be the Haiku wrap-up for this past week's adventure. I'll be performing Saturday at the Murder Mystery with some of my friends, with TJ and with Roger Awesome, and with the man we know as Shakespeare. We've got a murder mystery at Cloudhaven Chateau this Saturday night, 7 p.m. The NewJerseyRentFair.com box office. You can get a ticket, solve the mystery. It's a ton of fun. It's great. And I think that's the show. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Once again, this is Nat 21 Adventures. The only thing better than a natural 20, a Nat 21. Thanks for playing, everybody. Hope you had a great time. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.